happens to all of us. We log into Instagram, YouTube, our email list, or wherever else we have followers to casually check on our follower numbers, realizing after the fact that we expected it to go up, and then our stomach drops a little bit. Maybe there were just a few or maybe even a lot of unfollows, possibly even from people you know and admire. You start thinking things like, was my last post not good enough? Do they not like my content? Do they not like me? In all honesty, there could be a million reasons why someone would decide to click that unfollow button, and the chances that you'll ever really know every single reason are slim to none. More importantly, it's really, really not good for our mental health to speculate and ask ourselves these kinds of shitty questions. Also, if you're asking yourself these kinds of questions, I want to give a quick shout out to another video I created that will help you understand the importance of the questions you ask yourself and how to ask yourself more helpful questions. So this is what the video looks like, and there's a link to watch it in the area below this video. So what should you do when people unfollow you that would be helpful to you? So good news, I have actually 5 suggestions for you on what to do or remember when it happens to you. Before we get into it though, I want to take a minute to introduce myself in case this is the first time we're meeting. So hey, I'm Sarah DeShaw, blogger and online educator for entrepreneurs over at sarahdeshaw.com, where I love to chat about things like content creation, marketing, mindset, lifestyle design, and all of the goodness surrounding modern entrepreneurship. One of my favorite places to hang out online is Instagram, so be sure to find me over there. Here are the 5 things to remember when you get unfollowed. So the first thing I want you to remember when people unfollow you is that it's normal and it will get easier over time. Unfollows happen to literally everyone trying to build an audience online. At first, you might notice every single lost follower, and depending on your personality or life experiences, it could feel like rejection, but I want to reassure you that it's so normal to get unfollowed, and it's also so normal to feel that way at first when you're just starting to get used to it. But as you keep going, it will get easier. Over time, you'll see that if you're losing some followers, but overall you're still growing, then you're still growing. In all reality, that's actually the normal path to growing your following. It's more like this, like kind of up, down while going up, rather than just like straight shot upwards. The second thing I want you to remember when you get unfollowed is to not assume the worst. The reality is you just don't know why someone unsubscribed or unfollowed, so please don't assume that you are crap or the person who unfollowed you has some kind of attitude about it. Maybe the person who unfollowed has been having a tough time feeling overwhelmed and they really love your content, but they're just stepping away as an act of self-care. Maybe they want to consume your content on one platform, but then not that specific one. Or maybe your content triggered them, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It could mean you're being brave. My point on all this is that there are so many reasons you could get unfollowed, and it's just not helpful to assume the worst and create a hurtful story about every single unfollow. You will only drive yourself crazy doing that. The third thing I want you to remember when you get unfollowed is to keep the big picture in mind. You might not know the specific reason why each follower left, but overall, people unfollow a social media account because it's no longer relevant to them. Does that mean your brand is no longer relevant in general? Absolutely not. It just means that your brand wasn't right for that specific person at this specific time. So if you're still gaining followers overall, you're probably doing just fine in spreading the word about your brand. The truth is you don't need every single follower to stay with you. That's not even the goal. In the marketing world, there's a term referred to as conversion. So this can pretty much be summed up as when the person you're trying to market to does the thing that you're trying to get them to do. So like when a follower becomes a client or buys your product. When it comes to the big picture, the only kind of following that's valuable for your business is to have one that will convert from followers into customers so you can serve them further. So big picture, people who unfollow probably aren't the ones who are going to help you grow your business anyway. So in the scheme of things, losing followers that aren't going to convert anyways doesn't even really impact your business. I hope that we can all collectively take the focus off the number of followers we have and focus more on making sure we have the right following. Really, you only need a small number of dedicated followers, which are those people who are going to interact with your account, purchase your product, or take your advice. So those are the people that are going to make your brand truly successful. I've seen it again and again. There are Instagram accounts with maybe like 5,000 or even less followers who have created a lot of success for themselves, even like to the point of having $1 million business. And then on the other hand, I've seen accounts that have 50,000 or more followers that have next to no revenue. So I know you've heard it before, but not everything is as it seems on Instagram or on any social media platform for that matter. So focus on the followers you have that want to hear what you have to say. These are the type of followers that can really make your brand take off. And remember, more followers does not mean more financial success. It could, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. The fourth thing I want you to remember when you get unfollowed is to learn what you can. Keep an eye on your analytics and you might notice a trend and gain insight that can be really helpful to you. I want you to educate yourself on normal unfollow or unsubscribe rates for whatever platform you're trying to grow in the industry you're trying to grow it. And if your unsubscribe rates are higher than average, consider if what you're posting or sharing about might not resonate with your audience, or if maybe you have the wrong audience in the first place for the content that you're wanting to share. Or, and this is a toughie, if you behaved in a way where people are finding it hard to continue to root for you, like if you had some sort of integrity or morality breach, you want to learn what you can from that as well. And the last thing I want you to remember when you get unfollowed, which might be the most important point, is to use your energy elsewhere. I really hope you'll do this. Worrying about losing followers takes a lot of time and a lot of emotional energy, and this energy has way better uses. I mean, you know that, right? So instead of worrying about the people you've already lost, focus on serving the people that do follow you and who do root for you. So if you're creating content that adds value and keeps your audience's needs in mind, keep the blinders on. Like literally don't look at it at all and don't monitor who's unfollowing you or anything like that. Constantly watching who or how many people unfollow can be such an energy drain. Please use this energy to write your book, respond to emails, come up with new post ideas, or something, really, anything that will make you feel like you're moving forward and actually move you forward instead of just looping on something that is in the past at this point. To summarize, here are the things I want you to remember the next time you get unfollowed and you're just kind of feeling bad about it. 1, remember it's normal and it happens to all of us. 2, don't assume the worst. It might not even be about you. 3, keep the big picture in mind. The right following is a lot more important than a large following. 4, learn what you can from the experience. And 5, use your energy elsewhere because there are a lot more productive things you can do than monitor who isn't following you on an online platform. I mean, you have so much important stuff to do, so you should go do that stuff instead. I guarantee you'll feel much better after knocking a few things off your to-do list than if you use that energy to obsess over unfollows. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below and let me know which of these numbers resonated with you most. And if you want in on all the free resources I have for entrepreneurs, sign up for my email newsletter. Once you sign up, you'll get instant access to my free resources library for entrepreneurs. And in there is a bunch of awesome downloads and links that I don't share anywhere else. So it's things like PDF guides to help you get clarity and grow your Instagram following, and links to my favorite books and the software and gear I use to run my business. If you want to join my email newsletter and get all those free resources, head to sarahDeShaw.com/free-resources to sign up. I'll put a link in the area below this video so it's easy to click. And if you'd like to keep up with the videos I create on how to improve your brand and grow your business, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So you can do that by just clicking on this circle icon right here and then clicking the subscribe button. And I hope to see you for my next video, but until then, you can click on one of these 2 videos over here to keep on watching the videos I've already created. I hope you have a really, really great week, and I hope to see you again very, very soon. All right, bye.